This is actually just a test using some different gear. I just wanted to try and up the visual quality as well as the audio quality of my videos moving forward. And this is just a test just to see how it goes. So instead of using my iPhone, I'm using a Fujifilm X100F, and I'm using a Neumann U89 microphone. So this should sound a lot better. So let's just take a listen and see how it goes. So I'm just going to make a really simple synthesizer just to play around and see what happens. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to use a few saws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one oscillator here. Where should I go? I'll do an aliasing saw. And I'm using a KB37. So my volt per octave is going to come from that, which I believe is A3. You can hear that. And I'm also going to use the incorporated VCA here just to control the level. So it's going to be really simple. So I'm going to set this to 0, and the subchain is going to have an ADSR that modulates that level. So I'll find my ADSR unit here. Where is it? ADSR. Add that in. And the input of that will be the gate from my KB37, which is on A number 1. And then all I have to do is just up the gain of this modulator, and we'll get a reaction. So this is a very simple monophonic sound. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Shift, turn the encoder. You can see it's highlighted. Let go. I'm going to say copy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move it to a mixer. And I'm actually going to highlight this mixer unit now. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste. So what's happened is now I have two identical saws running. And you know what? I'm actually going to add one more. I'm going to paste one more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the second one, and I'm going to detune this one slightly. Maybe not that much. I can go to fine tuning here. Get a little bit of chorusing effect. And on the third one, I'm going to drop it down an octave. Turn that one down a little bit. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan off each one of these. So I'll hard pan them actually. So we should get some very interesting kind of sound now. I'll up the glide on the KB37. And after this whole thing, because all these mixer channels are combining those signals into one stereo stream, I'm going to add let's add a delay just to make this sound a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to, let me just scroll here. I'm kind of looking at this on a diagonal because the microphone's right in front of my face. So I'm actually operating this a little bit slower than I usually would. We'll do clock delay. And you know what? I'll take the clock from the KB37 arpeggiator. And I believe that is, oops. Let's see. I think I have to have the arpeggiator running. There it is. So if I up my wet signal, and let's just make this a little bit more interesting. Actually, you know what? I'll multiply it. So while this is running, maybe I'll add a reverb to it now. Where is that? Again, I'm looking off to the side a little bit, so it's kind of weird for me here, ergonomically, but... And notice as I've upped the tempo from the built-in arpeggiator on the KB37, the delay has clocked to it. There we go. Sounding a little bit like Zelda almost. Anyway, so there we go. There's my simple test with I'm using a Neumann U89 microphone. I'm using a Swedgman. I never know how to say it. Schwayman. I don't know. AP-1 preamp. The output of that's going into the ER301. And just so you know, this is how I'm actually getting my audio. While I've been playing around and doing all this, in the main administration area, I've had my 6-track recorder running. I'm recording a stream of my voice, recording audio input number 1, and I'm also recording the stereo output of the unit completely independently. So once I'm done with this, I'll take the SD card from my camera and the SD card from the ER301, throw them into the computer, throw them into Pro Tools, and then output a video. And that's how I'm doing it. The only additional processing on the Pro Tools side will basically just having a keyed compressor on this stuff. So when I talk, it gets quieter automatically. But other than that, I'm not adding any EQ. It's just a straight up dry signal. Like what you're hearing is what you're getting. So let me know what you think. All right. Cheers.